Okay. Me?
I'll go.
Okay.
The proposal, the question, does the success of the first album, the total YouTube views, likes, and dislikes affect the popularity of the other albums produced by Taylor Swift? The reason we want to know this is because Ryan is in love with Taylor Swift, and it would be interesting to see if the number of views, likes, and dislikes of her previous albums affect the popularity of her later albums. We will then compare this to One Direction and find if their popularity is independent or deep.
Alright, so this is the first album. It's just got the likes and dislikes just typed there. And at the bottom it says, for the song Tim McGraw, the video of people, the people that responded, 97.9% of them liked it. Our song, 97.1% of the people liked it. Teardrops on My Guitar, 97.9% liked it. And overall, over 97% liked it, but only 2.4% disliked it. She started out with this album. She started as a new artist. This album gained her much of her immediate popularity, and this popularity helped her grow as an artist. She sold 67,000 copies in the first week.
Okay, so for Fearless, 96% of people liked it and 3.1% of people disliked it. And then Love Story, 97% of people liked it and 2% of people disliked it. Or 3%, whatever. You Belong With Me, 96.7% of people liked it and 3.3% of people disliked it. Overall, 96.9% liked the video, while 3.1% disliked them. As her second album, Taylor Swift released Fearless. This album had many expectations and lived up to every one of them. Fearless sold 592,000 copies in the first week.
The next album, Speak Now, back to December, 98.1% of people liked it and 1.9% disliked it. Mine, 96.9% liked it and 3.1% disliked it. Lean, 97.2% liked it and 2.8% disliked it. And overall, 97.3% liked it and 2.7% disliked it. Speak Now is Taylor's third album, released in 2010, and in its first week sold over 1 million copies. And from her first album, Taylor's first week copies have gone up by 500,000 each album after that one.
The last album was Red. 97.7% liked the song Red and 2.3% disliked it. For I Knew You Were Trouble, 91.9% liked it and 8.1% disliked it. For 22, 97.7% liked it and 2.3% disliked it. And then for Never Ever Getting Back Together, 93.5% liked it and 6.5% disliked it. Overall, around 93% of the people liked these songs. It's her latest album, and as you can see, the amount of people that liked the videos and songs dropped about 4% below the other three albums. Another thing that dropped from the continuing was the amount of copies sold in the first week, which was only 121 million for about 300,000 off the trend. And then this is just a graph of the album Red of Taylor Swift and the likes and dislikes for each song and the percentage of how many likes there were for each one of the dislikes.
1D, Up All Night. What Makes You Beautiful, 89.5% liked it and 10.5% disliked it. One Thing, 93.6% of people liked it and 6.4% people disliked it. And Up All Night, 97.4% of people liked it and 2.6% of people disliked it. Gotta Be You, 98.8% of people liked it and 1.2% of people disliked it. Overall, 91.3% of people liked the songs and 8.7% of people disliked them. One Direction released their first album in 2012 and was and it was quite a hit. Up All Night sold 176,000 albums in its first week.
And then this is a graph of how many likes for each dislike One Direction had on their album. In conclusion, we ran chi-square tests on each of the separate charts and then put One Direction compared to Taylor Swift, and every time we got a p-value of 0, which means that the numbers were very significant and they were dependent. They proved that Taylor's first album affected the albums after that, and her popularity was just dependent on the fact of her first album. And once One Direction came up with their new album, they dropped the popularity of Taylor Swift because they appeared in the same audience, or